I just realized I am muted. Haha, everything is muted. No one can hear anything. That's great.
Nice.
Yeah, and
Okay.
I'm. Why am
Nailed
I?
it.
Yeah, I nailed everything, and everything is great and stuff. And
Breathe.
I was fixing stuff. I'm sorry, both stream and YouTube. I was fixing stuff, and I just stuff broke, and I was trying to fix stuff. I'm sorry. I'm bad. I'm a bad streamer.
Oh, it's not a big deal, man. No one's gonna be that bothered.
Yeah, I assume so. Not many people are watching right now, so it's fine. Uh,
Yeah, see, if you hadn't admitted it, no one would have even known what happened.
I don't know if everything is loud or not, but if people are watching and can let me know if things are super loud, I've been messing around with stuff and I maybe things might be too loud. I don't know. Uh, but I'm gonna go quickly over what I just did, like for like the past what, uh,
Like a
six
couple
minutes.
minutes.
It's like 6 minutes. Uh, the party came back to Neutrella after getting or Brad obtaining Deoxys. They went to Sapphire's exhibition match that she was in fighting against Dante. Sapphire ended up winning. Uh,
Without using a Kyogre.
and then we had this whole thing where he's like, she doesn't own a Kyogre, and I was like, that's why
Yeah.
she.
Yeah, I wanted to make sure that bit got preserved for posterity.
Uh huh. And Buster and Rio went to Dante's room, and Brad went to Sapphire's room to congratulate her. Outside of the room was a bunch of journalists and TV people, and standing guard at the door was a Delcatty and a Mightyena. The Mightyena dragged him up, uh, Brad up to the door, and someone pulled him into the door. Inside the room was Ruby and Professor Birch, along with, or not Ruby, Sapphire, Professor Birch, and Ruby, who we kind of sort of talked to a couple times, but not really. Uh, and the fourth, there was a fourth person in the room who turned out to be Steven Stone, who was a champion of Hoenn, which I don't know if he would be the champion by this point. I don't remember how it goes in Ruby and Sapphire. I don't know if Wallace is the current one right now or if it is Stevens went back to it. I don't think so, but I could be wrong. Um, and
Yeah, I
Brad,
don't know nearly enough about the manga to help you out there.
yeah, I know. I haven't read up to its current what current stuff would be in lore and stuff because it's all over the place. Because
Uh-huh.
they kind of dropped off on making it into like an actual like an actual like series. It's kind of like just in like chunks now. Like
Hmm.
I think like black and white and other things are like separate from the main what they were doing originally. I don't remember. Anyways, that's a whole thing I don't even want to get into right now. Uh, and he stayed in the room for about 10 minutes talking to Steven and then congratulating Sapphire. And Brad bailed because he thought they were busy uh, talking about stuff. And he made his way to Dante's room, and Buster and Rio were just talking about stuff. And when by the time Brad arrived, those journalists and stuff had moved uh, to to try and get a hold of Dante. And he was just pulled into the room again by I think it was Buster. You pulled him into the room, right? Or actually, just
Uh,
let him into the room or whatever.
Probably. That
Um,
that seems in character, yeah.
Oh, okay.
and the the press were just like, I don't. Why is this guy just getting special things to being able to talk to these people? It doesn't make any sense. And they just said screw it and left. Uh, and yeah, you guys were just like talking to Dante about some stuff. I don't remember exactly what conversations you had.
Some of it was just involving like what he had been up to, like since the raid thing that we foiled and stuff like that.
Right. And I'm pretty sure there was a conversation about legendary Pokemon and stuff in there at some point. I don't exactly
Oh
remember.
yeah, there totally was.
Y-
Um,
Yeah.
and yeah, you guys talked to him for a bit, and he said, I don't know, like, you guys doing anything in an hour? You can go to a restaurant in town and get some actual good food. Well,
Yeah, and then we joined him,
what
and
he
then something was
what he
happening.
considers good food at least.
Hmm.
So you guys had like an hour to go out and do anything you wanted. I think Rios said he was gonna go walk around his Pokemon for a bit.
Yeah, that seems correct.
Anything you two want to do?
Um.
No, I'm probably good.
No. I'm
Maybe just like go outside, get a little bit of fresh air.
just go hang out in a Pokemon Center.
All right.
I, I guess.
Uh, yeah. So then I guess if you don't really do anything. An hour later, you guys head off to where Dante said he'd meet you, and you go, and this place is pretty high class. Like, well, because he's a gym leader, so of course it's gonna be higher class than just regular. Um, and outside the front of this place is just Dante is just standing there. Like no one seems like there's no one really in the streets right now, and if they are, they're not really talking to him. But because he's trying to hide, but it's clear that you can tell that it's him because he's wearing his traditional. I'm trying to fix my audio. It keeps going into the red, and I'm worried it's too loud. Um,
I didn't know he wore that.
please no, stop. But yeah, like he's like in
That is
like
more of a reaction than I expected.
I really right now after everything that's happened, I'm not just no. I'm just hopefully thinking that things aren't too loud, and if they are, I'm sorry. But there's nothing I can do about it right now. Like everything on my normal stuff is fine, but for some reason in Streamlabs it's just going really loud for some reason. I didn't change anything in it. But whatever. Yeah, so he's just kind of
You can
standing
open the
outside waiting for
screen
the
while
three of
you're
you.
tabbed to tab.
But yeah, he's just standing outside waiting for the three of you.
I mean, I just walk up and just be like, "Hey, how's it going?"
Okay. Yeah, I walk outside toward him too.
Okay. And Rio's just gonna follow you because I don't know where he is, so he's just gonna follow you guys around. Um, he says, "Oh, you guys are here.
I'll
All
put
right."
him in a Pokeball I have extra,
Yeah, unfortunately,
and he
Pokeballs don't
can
work like
come
that.
with me.
Pokeballs don't work like that. I'm afraid.
That's just what they want you to think.
That better not. Yep.
Well,
Figured I was gonna open up there, but that's okay. Or is our game things already having so many problems? I'm trying to open up stuff because I realize I don't have any of the things on, but it's not a huge deal. Uh, I was gonna move you guys to the world map. I don't really need to because there's just nothing's really happening right now. So, yeah, the three of you enter in, and yeah, this place is pretty high class. And I mean, he's gonna pay because why wouldn't he? He's not like he doesn't have the money.
Right.
Unless you're gonna pay for yourself, that's up to you.
I mean, while that sounds like a nice thing to do and all,
yeah.
if he's
Um,
offering, yeah, I'll accept that.
All right,
um, yeah,
Buster, roll me a
yeah. I want
D100.
consent.
I want to see
Give
if
me
there's
just a
anyone
second.
interesting in here.
B100. Whenever you're ready, roll 20.
Oh, good. Roll 20 is breaking now. That's great. There we
Ah, there
go.
we go.
Uh,
That took a while.
give me a perception check now.
Okay.
Have to be relatively high for this to actually happen. Okay. Yeah, you just walk in and sit down at a table. You're
Ah,
not.
I
You're
don't
not.
even notice Professor Oak with 3 mews. Damn.
Hmm.
Yeah, that's another callback that we missed. Yeah, you just come in, sit down. Something you do notice, Buster, is that this place kind of looks familiar somehow, but you can't quite place it.
Okay.
Uh,
Do
roll
do
me.
I need to do perception too?
No, both of you roll me a streetwise check.
Okay.
Streetwise,
Because
it's
I think
just
that's
a
the thing we use
d20
to
for me.
remember things, so.
Sure, why not? That's honestly something that, like, most tabletop games don't really have a good skill for,
For
is just
remembering
memory.
things.
Yeah.
Alright, Brad, this place kind of looks familiar. In fact, it kind of looks like Dante's gym, kind of.
Huh,
Okay.
huh. Of course he owns a chain.
Is he going to steal, like, take our money to pay for the supper in a Pokemon battle?
Are you
Is he
asking him
gonna
that? Is
mug
my
us?
question.
No.
Uh,
No, I just say, hey, I remember this place. And then I say,
Have we
Dante,
eaten here
you must
before?
own
I
a
don't,
chain of restaurants.
uh,
Oh, I see what you mean. It's kind of like the place in the other city. The one. Yeah, okay, I see what you mean.
he's like,
Yeah.
well, I mean, I wouldn't call it a chain. We really only have like them in like bigger cities. But yeah, it's kind of been
Okay.
this place is based off of where I have had the gym. Yeah, this actually has been only up for a couple months now. Actually, probably like maybe like 5 months, something like that.
So that's why you're copping us a meal. You're the owner.
Uh, technically,
Hey, I'm not complaining.
all
Yeah,
right.
thanks for supper.
I mean, you guys came to just talk to me like after uh the thing. I mean, we did go through that whole thing with team who.
Dipshit, I think is what they go by.
If you mean, sure, if that's what you want to call them.
Yeah. Timoran.
Uh, oh yeah, you
Yeah,
guys
by the
also
way,
did.
you haven't heard anything new about them recently, have you?
Uh, you guys, I remember now. I just remembered something out of character. Is that you did have a long conversation about the guys who were bailed out of being arrested.
Oh, yeah, and
Uh,
trying to figure out who the richest person on the island is.
yeah. Uh, but like he said, they are being watched still. That to not go back to the team or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Because if they could go back to the team, then we know where they are, right? So that'll make it as easier for us. But yeah, he just like not really. We were hoping like those guys would go back to their team members to try and rejoin them, but They've been keeping a relatively low profile, so to speak.
Damn it. Ugh. Yeah, they like some randos have tried to beat us up a couple times, but
I
pretty
did
much
hear.
with no provocation. But none of the fancy ones, like the one with the big bird, have shown up again.
Yeah, him. I did hear from Tasha that uh they were spotted south of the mountains trying to attack some forage or something. Uh,
Oh, yeah, that sounds correct.
uh, he
I wouldn't
brought
worry about that.
he brought in the guy who owns it brought in a couple of them, and according to Tasha, they were severely burned or something like that.
Yeah, that sounds correct. He's got something that's like big and like fiery. We haven't seen it. It's probably not super friendly.
You wait, you guys know who is being attacked?
Yeah, no, he's a cool guy. He just sits up in the mountains being weird and alone and making stuff.
Well, he doesn't sit up in the mountains. He's at the base of the outside of the mountains.
And I stand by what Buster said.
Okay. I'm just making sure that the information is correct about the map.
Uh-huh.
So he's like, okay, interesting. I hope uh, that I assume Pokemon isn't causing problems for like locals or anything then. But then again, I haven't heard anything from Tasha, and she would have taken care of it
Oh,
easy.
no, his place isn't like super close to anyone else. So
Well, I mean, if
it
anyone
should be
just happens
fine.
to walk by and find it, right?
I don't know. I mean, I'm assuming as long as they don't try to like steal his stuff, whatever like big scary thing he has isn't gonna fuck him up.
He just shrugs like, I don't know. That'd be Tasha's territory, not mine, anyways. They're kind of literally on the opposite side of the island for me. Well,
I mean,
actually,
opposite vertical, not horizontal. Like true opposite would be like the other diagonal, right? It'd
yeah,
be like
it would
the ghost
technically
place
be
is actually
would
where we're
technic
going next.
yeah, Haven is where you're headed next, I
Yeah,
assume.
that one.
Yeah.
Why did you? Is he just like I'm just actually curious because you guys went to White Spring, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, a while ago.
Why did you
Yeah,
guys
we
not
were
go to
there
Why did you guys not go to Haven when you're just like right nearby it?
Because we are easily distractible.
because we were going clockwise around the island.
Well, that still doesn't make sense. It would still have been the next one afterwards, anyways.
We are easily distractible.
Uh,
Yeah.
yeah, I can tell.
Right. I
Okay,
mean that's the explanation. You asked for
okay,
an explanation. That's what it is.
all right. Yeah. Brad, roll me a D100.
Okay.
No, that don't think that's still not low enough. All right, you guys just sit around and have a really good meal.
Fine by
Don't ask
me.
me. Don't ask me what you're
Okay.
eating because I can't think of anything.
We're eating. Okay, never. No, I'm not going to say anything.
Okay, I appreciate it. I guess. Uh, but yeah, nothing really happens while you guys are eating your meal. But now I'm gonna roll to see if something happens, and if nothing happens, well, that's unfortunate because I had ideas. That's the opposite of what I wanted.
Oh,
So yeah, just have a nice meal and nothing bad happens.
I mean, you are the DM. You can just say something bad
I
happens.
already had the number in my head. I'm not gonna go back on it now.
That's fair. I do the same thing sometimes to the chagrin of my own players.
Uh-huh. Okay. Yeah. So don't notice or anything happens. So you guys have a
Cool.
nice meal, and what do you guys do for the rest of the night? 'Cause it's probably like I don't know, 8 o'clock by the time you're 8:30.
I mean, probably just thank Dante for the food and go back to the Pokemon Center and get some rest. I feel like
Yeah,
that's what I'd do.
yeah. I'll thank him again for dinner and then go to the Pokemon Center.
All right, Rio will do said same if he was here.
He's inside the Pokeball.
He's not. God damn. All right. So yeah, there's not really much else to do for the rest of the night. So I'm sure Rio probably has some stuff he'll probably work on during the night, at least a little bit. I assume some
Yeah, accessories or possums or
accessories or something.
something.
Yeah, probably
Yeah.
does something for a couple hours before he goes to bed. So yeah, you guys get up the next day, so you can feel free to do
Daily
a
thing.
daily thing. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so let's see.
I will also remember that you renamed your Deoxys, so I will rename it so I don't forget. But yeah, I will bring you to the map, and I'll make sure to put you guys in the center here, because you guys are going to be heading down that way. And I think, let me just do one thing real quick before I. So, you guys do anything in the morning other than your daily stuff before you head off?
I don't think there's anything for me.
Um. Um. No.
No? All right.
Well, where did we decide we're gonna go,
Well,
Buster?
there's two things. I believe there's two things you guys decided you might do. The first one was obviously to go to Haven because there's a one gym there before you only have one gym left. So it would be your second to last. And
Hmm.
Brad, I believe, also searched up some information to find out where you could find Houndours and Houndooms, which he found out
Oh,
only exist in the mountains.
yeah,
Okay. Well, I mean, we have to go back through the mountains eventually.
yeah.
Well, I mean, we have to go back to the left side of the map so we can pass through the mountains on the way there from Haven, since we have to get back to Thinky and Zappy towns.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
And I'm gonna edit the date so I don't forget what day it is in game. I don't really have a timeline of when stuff is gonna happen, like big events or anything, other than end of the year. So basically, back to the first day that you started would be, or probably like a few weeks before, is usually when like the Pokemon League will start up.
Sure.
Uh, and like Rio's big contest stuff is usually during that time as well. Uh,
Yeah, the super contest or whatever it was called.
mm-hmm. Uh, but yeah, you still got. Oh God, how many months do you guys still technically have left? August, September, October, January, February, March, April. You pretty much have only been on this journey for about 2.5 months. So put that into
okay,
perspective, how much longer you still have.
Right.
Uh,
Yeah, that sounds probably close to what it is for the group that I'm running as well, for about how long they've spent in game doing stuff.
So on that note, I will tell you what the weather is, and then we can move the token forward towards Haven. It's a pretty nice day out, which is usually how it is in Neutrilla anyways, because it's most of the time it's either just pretty nice day and it's clear out, or if it... Why'd you move it forward twice?
Well, because this hex is part of Neutrella, right?
It's hold on, I'll put on it's
So if we
that
leave
that
from,
one, that one, and that one. It's those three.
oh, okay.
So I mean,
I thought it
if
was,
you want to leave from here, you can, but I don't think it's much of a difference, to be honest.
I thought it was this whole trapezoid.
No, it's not. It's
Okay,
it's the three in...
gotcha. Well, then
All right.
bam, we have moved.
Someone roll me a D100 to see if anything happens.
I did the moving, so Kaz, you can take the roll
Okay.
if you want it.
51. I
$51.
don't think that one is normally a thing, but let's see if Rio has any of his alluring guys out. Fourth spot for him. Uh, Boop. Nope. So no encounter there. So that's you guys. What time you guys gonna leave Neutrella at?
I would say like
Um,
early, like 9
Are you
maybe.
gonna? By the way, Brad, are you gonna try and find Sapphire and say, "Hey, you're leaving town now," or are you just gonna leave?
oh, I thought she left before me, before us.
I don't know.
Or,
I'm
okay.
ask. I want if you
Um,
want to. If you're just gonna assume that, that's fine. But I
well,
mean, to be
no.
fair, you also don't know where she's staying either. So
Um, okay. I, well, okay. Oh, could I, uh, well,
quickly,
I
just do.
don't know, so yeah, we'll just leave.
All right. Move it one more
Well,
down, and then...
oh no, wait, I'm gonna write a note and a note that we're leaving, says we're leaving and leave it in the lobby of the Pokemon Center.
All right. Okay.
If he finds it, I don't know.
Okay. Great. Awesome. Uh, move again and roll another D100. Someone move things.
I'll roll the
Okay,
if
sorry,
you
I had
want.
already hit the thing.
All right.
We can
That
ignore mine, just
Okay.
use yours.
that is in fact an encounter. I don't know if you can do this, Brad. Actually, he is looking for that, but I don't know if he needs that anymore because he's got... I don't know if he's still looking for a bound suite or not. If he's got the Floette or not. Uh,
I would assume he still is.
so Brad, if you can, roll me a D112.
Okay. I think I got it. Just hold on. 112.
112.
Okay.
Six, huh? One, two, three, four, five, six. Interesting. Okay. What did you roll? 29? Okay. 1d4 plus 1. All right. Kind of just sitting out in the sun in like a grassy field, you come across 5 Glameow. Actually, would they be? Let me just check first, because I don't know what level they would evolve at. Is it search
30 something, probably.
Yeah, none of your guys are 35, right?
No.
Not that I would have out.
All right.
I do have two that are 35 or over, though.
I don't think Rio has anything that's level 35 either, so they are all just Glameow then.
Okay.
There's 5 of them.
There's just 5 of them sitting out.
Mm. I mean, I wouldn't use one, which makes me not want to catch it. So I will just go ahead and use Soothe.
All right, Soothe or Stealth. We'll come back to these again if Rio wants to actually do anything with them or not.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I won't do anything either. I'll.
Unless you roll really badly, Rio's got you covered.
Come on.
All
Oh,
right, yeah,
not too bad.
you pass by them with no problems. They don't bother you. You don't bother them. So that would be 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, you can go one more before you're going to have to camp for the night. Just right, either you can go into the winter area, or you can go one further southeast and go into the winter area next day.
Uh, Neutrella area has the bound suite that Rio's looking for, right?
It does.
Okay, then I say let's stay in Neutrella one more. Give it one more chance for him to find it.
All right. And then I have to check if it's who he has out. 5, which is his Lycan rock, so you do not come across anything uh, when you find a place to set up camp.
Oh, good.
With that being said, who wants to do the first? If you want Rio to do it, he can. He'll probably wake you up if something happens, but otherwise he can just conk out if you guys want to take
Yeah,
shits
I'll
for.
do it. I'll do second watch.
I'll take the first one.
All right, both of you roll me D100s then.
Okay.
All right. All right. Well, you're first, Brad. So
Yeah.
100 and actually, is that enough or is that too much? Nope, that's just enough. 34. Uh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 20, 31, 2, 3, 4. All right, this will be interesting. Let's just do that. Okay. Brad, roll me perception check, would you?
Okay.
And
Perception.
okay. Hey. All right. I should really do that. Brad, who you have just sitting out with you, if anyone at all.
Um, I'll have Electro out
All
with
right.
me.
Let me just quickly. All right. Yeah, I don't think he would have enough. I think he would be one or too short for that. Yeah. All right. So, you and Electro just kind of sitting by whatever. If you're just sitting out in the dark, or if you have a fire or something going, and
I
Electro.
made a fire.
Okay.
I
Yeah.
always make a fire.
Yeah. You pyromaniac. Uh.
Oh, he's kinetic.
You and Electro kind of perk up as you hear something in around in the bushes nearby you. In fact,
Okay.
uh, together the two of you can hear probably a total of three things.
Oh, okay. So I'm gonna go and see what it. I'm. I'm gonna tell.
Hmm.
Well, I'm gonna tell Electro to wait here, and I'm just gonna go and take a peek at what it is.
Okay. Roll another d20 for roll a d20 for Electro for me.
Okay.
Still, things will happen when you go off. And while you're doing that, I will explain to you what you see. Okay. Um, Yeah, you go up to the bushes to see what it is that you hear, and you kind of like peek over and uh, kind of startling you, not really attacking you, are three purloin.
Hmm.
Okay.
Thieving little bastards.
I already got one. So uh, do they see me right?
Yeah, I mean they've jumped out of the bush now, so they can see you now.
Okay. Yeah. So I'll I'll just kind of act like jump back. I'm a little bit startled,
Hmm.
and then I say, "Hi, little purloin,"
Uh,
and
they try to hiss at you a bit, try to be threatening. Uh,
Adorable.
Give me a streetwise check, Brad.
okay.
At least I think. Would it be streetwise in this case? It might be, but I don't think you would have the other thing anyways, so not that it would matter. Actually, you know what? Okay, never mind. You rolled.
Okay.
Never mind. I was gonna ask you to do an investigate check, but you rolled a one on that, so it won't matter.
Yeah.
Eh.
Okay.
Uh,
Yeah.
hey Buster, how conked out are you right now on his watch?
Typically very.
All right, this will be hard for you, but I need you to roll me a perception check.
Can can I
Okay.
motion to Electro to wake Buster up?
Uh, you can, and Buster, you kind of shook awake a little bit, and
As Electro zaps him
it's kind
Uh-huh. Yeah, is it
he's
my turn now?
with static electricity.
Okay, that feels a little unnecessary. I can get up for my shift just fine.
okay. Yeah, you get up and you see Brad is face to face with three purloin.
Oh, hello, little friends. What's up?
Um, 1 second. I think at this point I need to make another roll here. All right. Well, unfortunately for one of them, his friend couldn't be stealthy enough. And Buster, when you kind of stand up out of your tent, you can see two more purloin kind of rifling through. Specifically, uh, nope, not SD. Specifically, Brad's bag.
Oh, hey, Brad, I think they want your stuff.
And now that Buster has pointed it out, you
Okay.
see the two other ones.
Oh, hey, get out of my stuff.
When they kind of notice, Buster kind of notices them, and then kind of
And then I
Brad.
just shout and clap my hands. What
Yeah.
you do to scare off a cat.
Uh, roll an oh, I don't know what. Not intimidate. What is it? What is it? Intimidate? There's an intimidate in this, isn't there? No, there
Yeah,
is.
browbeat.
Yeah. Do a browbeat check, I guess, to try and just scare them off.
Okay, I'm good at that.
So is Buster. Although I don't know that I've really ever actually used it.
Uh,
I have never used it. So I'm kind of, I'm rusty.
mm, let's see. Okay. None of those really interest them. That's probably the only thing that they would want out of your thing. Uh, don't really do that, but in this case, I'll probably just say that anyways. Yeah, you clap, and they kind of like realize, okay, we've been caught at this point, and then they run off. And then the three in front of you also run off, Brad.
Okay, I'm fine. I just let them go.
Buster, you're half
Yeah,
awake.
no, that's fine.
All right. Yeah. Basically, it is about your time to take watch, Buster. Uh, Brad, when you go to close up your bag after they've tried to open up your thing, you realize that something inside of it is missing.
But damn it, what did they take?
Uh, for starters, some basic food that you would have is gone, but like whatever.
Oh,
Uh, Also, you would have
yeah.
lost the castap berry that was inside of it too.
Okay, I yeah, that's fine. I
I'm not.
never
I'm not
used
gonna.
it.
I'm not gonna make these random purloins take away like your firestone or whatever. I'm not that.
Yeah, I
I'm,
mean, it would make sense if they were just looking for
Well,
food.
yeah, that's the berry that Rio gave me before a long time ago.
mm-hmm. All right. Um. Yeah. So Brad. Actually, Buster. Before Brad goes to sleep, can you roll me also a D112? Because
Hmm?
if it's something important, I might just have it just so you both are still awake at this point. But if it's nothing, it's gonna just come out
Four.
happen. Four, huh? Four. Actually, that's interesting. I should have had you roll both of you rolled at the same time because that would have made more sense. Let's just see a second if they would have let's see if they would have noticed it because you know that there's five of them now. Okay, yeah, one would have noticed. Yeah. Buster, give me another perception check as they're fleeing, kind of. All right. You notice that one of the ones that was rifling through Brad's bags hears something, and then that's what caused them to run off. You can obviously tell that it was nothing to do with whatever Brad did.
Hmm. Yeah, he
Uh,
wasn't particularly scary. I could tell that.
Uh,
Oh, thanks.
and they go off into the bush and
Brad's
stuff.
too nice of a dude to like genuinely scare a Pokemon, I think. Unless he were like light their friends on fire.
Well,
or
yeah, I could have
or
done that.
drowns them, whichever comes first.
Or,
Yeah,
or,
fair.
or impale them with icicles.
Yeah, I'm not gonna put five of these things, but okay. Uh,
Yeah, I just
and the reason they
Brad
run
doesn't strike me as
and the
that violent.
reason that they run off is because coming out of the brush, the opposite direction that they were from, are four furfro.
Oh,
Oh,
hello, little llama friends.
they're
I'll make
dogs, I
They're
sure to
think.
wake
dog. They are
Rio up.
dogs, not llama.
'Cause
Why did you think they're llama? They're not llamas.
They're
they're not.
dogs.
No, they're
They're
dogs.
dogs.
They're
They
supposed
look
to be
like
like
llamas.
they're supposed to be like poodles or something, right?
Oh, that makes sense because France. There aren't llamas in France. They really are like llama looking though. With like the
Yeah,
way they've got like the shaggy hair covering their eyes and the like super long, tall neck and all that.
And they're all kind of just like ignoring you guys and just kind of sniffing the ground.
okay.
I will, like I said, I will make sure to wake Rio up in case he wants to befriend one of them because they
Uh huh.
seem like they could be his sort of thing.
Uh, just for now, roll me a soothe check, Buster.
Yeah.
I'll have Brad. You can't really roll stealth in this situation. You'd have to roll soothe if you wanted to just not anger these guys. All right.
Okay.
Well,
I'll,
if Rio
I'll
wants to
go
capture one
soon.
of them, he sure can try.
Right.
With that 25 soothe check. Brad, unless you roll a 1, you're fine. Yeah.
Roll one.
You won't if you
7.
wanted to capture one of them, they're not going to let you, but otherwise they don't bother you.
I don't, I won't catch one.
All right. Uh so yeah, they kind of just sniff around. Stuff may happen with Rio if he wants one. If not, they will just wander off. You probably Buster can you can assume in the direction of the purloins.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I guess if the Purloin just stole some food, then might as well.
It's basically survival of the fittest out here, so you know.
Yeah, seems correct.
Uh, so yeah, that basically happens. I guess I'll give you experience. You're probably you'll get half experience from the fur froze, but and you'll only get a third from the purloin because they kind of didn't really pay attention to you. So
Sure.
times four. Um, what Pokemon did you? What level of or would you guys? What level is Electro and Buster? Whatever you would want to have be trained, because you probably would have taken
I'm
that up when they
working
were.
on Cliff right now, and he's level 33.
What level is Electro there, Brad?
He is 25.
Okay, I'll make them that level then. Ooh, and then cut that in half. That wow, are they really worth that much experience? Hold on, I need to check to make sure I did that right. 40 times that. 40 times that, and then times because there's four of them and divided. But yeah, so your guys will get. I'm gonna write. I know what I'll do this into actual here, so because otherwise I'm gonna write XP from XP, and then also let's see. Oh, not great. There's 5 of them though. Oop, I did that. Yeah, that's not gonna work. 15 times 9 times 4. No, 1 times 5. And then not really a whole lot because purloin don't really give off a ton of. Actually, I kind of made a horrible mistake. Um, would you have cared if they were lipard at all? By the way, because
I
what's
wouldn't have wanted to catch one.
one of them would have at least been a lipard at least. Probably one that was facing up against Brad because I don't know what level of Pokemon things are. So if that makes a
Right.
difference, well, actually, you know what? They still would have probably ran away even if you tried to capture them anyways. Because
Yeah, I already got a purloin.
yeah, well, you can put. I think you already have Lipard in your Pokedex, but I could be wrong.
Uh,
Um,
uh, nope. We did have Purloin, but not Liepard.
X.
But now we do.
Cool. There we go. My mistake is your happiness. I don't know if that made any
I
sense, but you get the idea.
mean, it sure is a thing that you've said.
It sure is. There we go. There's the experience. Yeah, there probably should have been maybe one or more of those Lipard in there, but it would make sense that
Wait,
some.
are each of those experience numbers, or is it the 2320 total?
So the first one is the Furfro,
Okay.
and then the Lipard, or not the Lipard, the Purloin, and then the Lipard.
Okay.
So those are all separate experiences. I you got about half as much experience from the Furfro because Rio super sued them. You and Rio sued them really easily. So and unless Brad rolled like a 1, which did he roll a 6? Yeah, if he rolled a 1, it would have been only a third of the experience. But yeah,
Gotcha.
that happens before that happens like literally right before your thing would have started, Buster. So you basically just like, all right, goodbye, and then they just leave.
Okay.
So yeah. Next morning, Rio's got
We're do the
th-
thing.
Rio's got 3 things he's got to do. So yeah. Have you been doing your daily stuff, Brad? I don't know if you have or not. I've been paying attention.
I did it once. Now I
Wait,
just did it again.
do you
I rolled for it.
wait? Do you have 3 or 2? I'm pretty sure you only have 2, right? Am I dumb?
Yeah, we just have to,
1.
cause we
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
when
I'm
we
just
were at dinner that we did that one before.
right. Yeah. All right.
I think.
All right. I'm not gonna worry about weather in Neutrella because you're about to go into the winter zone, and as you walk into the obvious cutoff between Neutrella's sphere of influence and the winter area, the winter area is 16. It's actually still actually pretty nice. I mean, it's cold, but it could be a lot worse. So,
Okay.
uh,
Whoa, that's actually kind of huge. What is he gonna learn that over top of?
so move the thing towards. I don't know if you're gonna head to White Spring first. and then head to Haven?
I mean, we might as well if it's on the way.
All right. Well,
Yeah,
you can either go to an area that has a
okay.
frozen river, or you can just go into open snow.
I'll let you decide, Brad. I'm leveling up and giving new moves and stuff right now.
Okay. Sorry, what were the choices?
Frozen river or open snow?
Um, let's go to the snow, through the snow.
All right. Roll a D100 for me.
Okay.
Okay.
Uh,
That is, in
Question
fact,
three.
a random encounter.
Yeah,
Buster,
might
can you
as
just
well.
quickly roll me a D28?
Uh, sure.
Do, do, do. 3. Okay, well, you've definitely not seen one of these, and I think actually it's probably evolved. That's what I think. Yeah, it's easily. It's not quite there yet, but it is definitely that. So let's see how many you come across. So 4 of them. All right. Yeah, you go out into the open snow and you kind of don't see them at first because their fur is white, but they do have red parts of them, so they kind of like do a double take, and you can now see them, and you come across apparently. Wait, I did do that right? That is wait, are they? Oh, because it's considered a taiga. That's why. Yeah. So you come across kind of just running around in the snow, kind of fighting each other a little bit. You come across 4 Vigoroth.
Oh,
Okay.
I do like Vigoroth actually. I have no idea offhand what level they evolve into slacking. I want to check that real quick.
If you're gonna just check the Pokedex, it'll be. I'll let you know. It's gonna be 35.
God, I would totally go for a big punchy vigor or slacking. That feels like fun.
It's not a fighting type.
I mean,
Yeah, I
Not
know, but I
yet,
can
but
make it a fighting type.
yeah, you can make it fighting type.
Yeah, I'm gonna go up and I'm gonna talk to these boys.
all right. They're kind of just fighting, training each other. I guess I don't know. So they're just. You will note that in your Pokedex, they are considered aggressive sometimes, unlike their previous and future evolutions, at least.
Right. I mean, I'll start without any Pokemon out or anything and just walk up to them
Mm-hmm.
and just kind of see like stop when they notice me and wait to see what they do.
Yeah, you make like your foot crunches into the snow. I don't even know if you're even wearing shoes or not. You should be because it's freaking freezing.
Yeah,
Uh,
I have shoes now because Rio made some for me.
all right. And you probably were given a coat before entering into the winter area because rangers don't want you walking around with no
Yeah, that
shirt
was the
on.
thing we had to do a long time, like several months ago. Real world was
Uh huh.
go get winter gear in Neutrella before we could go to the ice
Right.
places. You had us do that.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. You kind of crunch in the snow, and then all 4 of them just kind of look to turn to you. So I need you to roll me a soothe check.
Oh, okay, okay. Do. No, that's not great.
They all kind of just squint their eyes in you, and then Rio notices that you're not doing great, so he's gonna come up and help you. And if he fails this, we're
Well,
gonna go
so
into.
right now, in my mind, Buster is almost like willing to throw down with these guys, which is probably not coming across super well. Because he's just like, yeah, no, I would fight.
You know what? In that case, do a browbeat instead of a soothe.
Oh, okay. I can do that.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, I'm down for a tussle.
Sure. Are you gonna fight yourself, or are you gonna have Pokemon actual fight?
Yeah, no, I will. Because, like, Vigoroth are, big, just long arm wrestle boys. So, and that's what Buster's good at. So, yeah, I'll just do it myself. I'll just, like, train and hang out with them a little bit.
All right.
See if that wins them over at all.
Interesting. That's interesting. Okay. I don't know. Is there a difference Pokedex wise? I don't think there is. Not that I know that there's a difference in gender wise. I don't think there is. You know,
Oh,
there's.
for like slacking and slack off and Vigoroth and all that? No, they don't have any gender dimorphism.
All right. Roll me a d4.
Oh, you know?
All right. Uh, one of them kind of comes up towards you, and I don't know. What do you want? How do you want to do this? To be precise, like, do
I
you want to
mean, well,
action?
so they like Vigoroth are always walking around, kind of like hunched over, ready to go. So I'll probably just get down into like a similar sort of stance, like I'm ready to like grapple or something with it, and just I don't know how mechanically this would work, but this is just the way Buster is sort of trying to communicate with them and show that he is
Um,
a kindred spirit.
Tell you what. I don't know if you do have it or not. But if you have strength, we'll do a strength thing. If not, it's just a d20. Whoever rolls the
I
higher
do,
d20.
in fact. Strength is what I usually roll for training. That's terrible.
Yes, it
That's
is.
really bad considering I have +6
Well,
to strength.
uh, I actually think he would just barely beat you because that's without any modifiers for him.
Yeah, it's the coat is throwing me off. I don't know how to grapple in heavy clothing.
Yeah, he's kind of grapple with each other, and he kind of like sweeps out your leg for a second. And he kind of grapples into your arm. Uh, yeah, and let's see if you can do a counter. So do another strength roll, and you gotta beat at least a 10, I'll say. You easily just like lift him up while he's on your arm. You just kind of like lift him up off the arm, and kind of like
Oh,
get
these
him.
guys aren't as heavy as I thought they'd be.
Actually, how heavy are these guys? I don't think
Oh
they're
yeah,
that.
they're only 100 pounds
Yeah,
or
kind of
46
lift.
and a half kilograms for y'all.
Yeah, lift him up with your one arm, and he starts kind of like freaking out, wondering what the heck is happening. And he kind of lets go, and then when he lets go of your arm, you kind of
I
get him
would just
into a
start laughing.
yeah, you get him into a
I
grab.
would just start laughing at that point if he's like freaking out and letting go.
Uh, would you attempt to grapple him while he's when he lets go of you?
No, because if it looks like it's freaking out or anything, I don't want to you know, I don't want to
Oh,
like freak him out.
all right.
Like I said,
Uh,
I'll just start laughing in what is hopefully clearly a friendly manner.
all right. Give me another soothe check.
Okay, okay.
All right. If you want to capture it, it will go with you. So you just have like a really high chance of capturing it.
Yeah, absolutely. Give me just a second. I'm trying to finish entering one. Move into my sheet. Return to. Okay, perfect. That's that. What kind of balls do I have? Great ball and ultra ball. Okay, so stash ball. 1D100 plus 5. Ugh, probably not that low. Or Yeah, that much of a modifier, rather.
Let me just check some things real quick. Um, roll one more time.
Okie dokie.
Okay.
That's pretty bad.
It goes. The capture thing goes on for longer than it normally would, but then eventually it captures.
We
All right, and I need to go to the bathroom real bad, so give me like a I don't know, like a 5 minute break, and I'll be right back.
sure.
And then I'll hand out that experience. If Brad, I don't know, do you want one of the
Do you know
Vigoroths?
what level it is?
29.
Yeah, okay.
Unless
Um,
did Cliff level up at all?
Yeah, twice actually. Cliff is level 35 now.
Okay, Brad, what is who do you have out at this point?
um, sure, I'll still have Electro.
Okay, what level
He
is
is
he?
27.
Okay,
27 now.
and what did you say, Buster?
35.
Okay, I'm gonna have to do an average calculator for this because I don't know what it would be. Uh, 35. What did you say, Brad?
20, 27.
27. And Rio currently has him out, so 28. Okay, it'd be level 30. Alright, so take a 5 minute break. I've been drinking lots of water today, so I really have to go to the bathroom, so I'll be right back.
That was good.
Sorry, Buster, did you catch one?
Yeah.
Okay. Good for you.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm ever gonna end up.
Oh, I mute everything. Alright, I'm just gonna move you guys to here, and we'll be back in like, I don't know, 5-ish minutes, so be right back. back to that, back in, can come back in from break, even though it probably wasn't 5 minutes, but whatever. I just get going because we only have like 20-ish minutes left. See how far we get. Vigoroth things. So they were level 30. There were four of them. Oh, by the way, Buster, the one that you caught was male.
Okay.
Uh, da, 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 da. Well, they drop a little significant. Oop. Uh, times 40, 30. Actually, you know what? Since you
Should add
caught
Vigoroth to our.
30 times 40. 1,200 times 3. Cut those in half because you haven't done anything with them. So from that encounter, you'll get a 3,000 experience.
Damn. All right.
Okay.
Their experience drop is 40. That's after I've cut the experience down uh, from the ones you didn't really interact with. So yeah, I mean the other ones are gonna continue just fight each other. So you can move past them if you would like to.
Sure.
Yeah.
10, 11,
I'll move past them.
12. All right. Move direction you are gonna be headed to.
We just head towards town.
I don't know. Do you,
Well, I'm asking. We're
Brad?
discussing it. The
Um.
comrades.
Yeah. We could go to White Spring
Okay.
Town,
Still gonna.
White Spring City.
All right. So for
Well,
those two
let's roll.
encounters, uh, what did I say? 3,000 EXP, right?
Yeah.
3,000.
Which I've spelt his name wrong. I'm gonna have to tell Rio who it was just in case, because I have to know if the random encounter thing is gonna be affected by this thing, if Arthur or his aromatease is out or not.
Right.
So that's gonna go to Arthur, which I probably have spelled wrong. Yeah, there's no, I always spell it with the beginning U for some reason. Uh, and then the sleeping ones you don't have to worry about, so those ones you can give to whoever he wants. Was there anyone else other than, I think that was it, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Just the
I
four,
think so.
the purloins, the Lipard, the Furfro, the the Vigoroth. I don't think there was anything else, was there? Unless I'm dumb.
No, that seems correct.
Okay, cool, cool, cool. Because none of those would have been affected by. I don't think so. I'll go back just a little bit before. Yeah, no, those wouldn't have been affected, and he didn't get either of them for those ones, so it didn't get anything from there either. Okay, yep. All right, as you move in towards White Spring City, it does start to get a little bit warmer now because now it is starting to get to where the hot springs all around you.
All right.
Uh, so
Do we have enough daylight to
yeah, you'll have a.
maybe?
It's by the time you reach across this hex, it'll be 5 p.m. So you'll probably get to White Spring around 6 or 7.
Okay.
So one final D100 before reaching White Spring. Then what's the thing for that in
I
case you do come
think I
across?
rolled the one for the Vigoroth, so it should be your turn.
Okay.
Okay, well that is an encounter regardless of who's out. So about that. Where is this? It's a weird number. I know that. D22 there, Buster.
Okie dokie. Give me just a second. Roll on D22.
I gotta,
Four again.
I gotta make a different be right back screen because it's not gonna make any sense if no one who hasn't watched my streams before know what characters that I have. They're just sitting on that screen. Four. Uh, let's see. Uh, nah, it's still, well, it still would have been low enough. I'll let you decide, Buster. Do you want a river Pokemon or do you want one that's in White Spring specifically?
Let's go for White Spring. That sounds like fun.
All right. Four. One, two, three, four. Cool. Technically, they're both could be in the river, so you know that's a thing. So let's see. I mean, they're not. They would. This was. I can't freaking do this properly. If this was that, it would be. But then again, all Pokemon are like that, so it doesn't matter. 1d4. Alright, cool. As you are heading up towards White Spring, you notice that in one of the hot springs, there's just four Buizel sitting in them.
Oh, have we seen Weasel before?
I don't know.
I want to say we saw them
I
at one
I
point.
want to say you did too, and if it's what I think you've seen it from, yeah,
I
you
think it
definitely
might have
have.
been while we were like in a gym fight.
Mm-hmm. In
I
this
think it was
exact area's gym
the.
fights, to be specific.
Oh, was it? Okay, I thought it was the like fisherman gym.
Nope.
Okay.
The fisherman gym specifically had all fish Pokemon, so.
Oh, okay. I remembered he had like all
Well,
water
he had
stuff.
he had specifically ocean Pokemon because technically Whalmer is not a fish. It would technically be a mammal if it's considered also a whale.
Right.
But you should have seen it, yes. So soothe or stealth if you just don't want to bother with them. I don't have to
I'll
remind.
go with let's see.
Next week I'll have to remind Rio if he wants to catch any of these things that have popped up. So I don't know
Right?
where he is. Uh, boop. That's all right, Brad. Depending on what you get. All right, they're kind of on guard against you guys, but they don't attack you, so you're not gonna get a whole lot of experience for this.
Okay, that's fine.
Um, and then you guys, I can't. Why can't I select that token on the player thing? That's weird. Even though it's controlled by all players. Oh, that's why. Because I'm not selecting the right thing. I'm selecting the this thing.
What?
Uh, and you arrive into White Spring. Um, since you didn't really do anything with the Weasel there, probably about 6:35 ish.
For experience?
Well, no, that's what time you arrive about White Spring. Give me a second to get the experience.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Times. Are you still doing Cliff?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll just assume that they're that times.
Although he's gonna be tied with Cirrus for highest pretty soon. So I think I'm gonna go to getting probably Bertha caught up next. I think she's my lowest right now.
I have to know because that changes what their level is.
Oh yeah, no, it is Cliff because he's super close to a level, so I want him to get that.
Okay, if
Um, I'm just saying after this,
we will
I'm
say because
trying to
I'm
figure out who I
I'm
want
stupid and not looking at the Pokedex properly, one of them is a Floatzel.
next. Oh.
Actually, I'll say two of
Okay.
them are float soul.
Okay.
Because
And I have Electro out, and he's 29.
all right. Well, I mean, I don't think the level would change from what it is. I'm sure it probably would if Rio's adding in the experience, but I don't want to add an experience for his guys specifically.
Right. Well,
So
that
I'm just
gets
gonna.
us to 255. We've still got a ways to go, but 25 more. That's not bad.
All right, so you're gonna get 198 and float souls. How much give out? How much extra? Oh my god. 40 times 30 times 2.
Yeah, for two-stage evolutions, it goes up quickly how much XP they give.
There you go. 198 for the Buizels, 792 for the Floatzels. And then you arrive into White Spring uh, about 6:30. As you remember, this place is basically full of hot spring places, different types of hot springs, depending on what you're looking for.
Yeah, I would want to go back to the place that we saw the last time. That one was fun.
All right, I'll probably just say Rio goes to the Pokemon Center to work on stuff,
Sure,
and probably
makes sense.
he'd probably do what he normally does when he re-enters a town and goes around walking his Pokemon, and then goes back to the Pokemon Center to work on stuff. So, Brad, what are
Yeah,
you gonna
makes sense
do?
to me.
Um, are we're uh, we don't have anything to do here. Not,
Not really.
not really.
We can probably like pick up items and stuff if we need any TMs,
We'll probably end it
that
after
sort
you
of thing.
guys finish walking around for right now. And then if
Oh
Rio
yeah,
wants to know what is going on in White Spring, we can do that maybe next time too. But for right now, that's
yeah. I
for
would like to know the TMs,
uh,
and maybe I would, since we're here, I'm gonna go to that hot spring place that I went to before.
Yeah, that was the same one we both went to, right?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think.
Well, we can just go at the same time.
Yeah.
all right. I don't know what I mean by that. What I have written in here. I have it's fire and ground types, but I also have water. But then in brackets, I have land based, whatever that means. I don't know what my brain was thinking when I wrote that.
Non-aquatic water types.
Yeah, I can let you know
I
at a
mean,
later.
as to which specific Pokemon that would be, like, I mean, I would assume stuff like Weasel, Floatzel, Bidoof, like Meryl, Azumarill.
Yeah, so you're not gonna find things like surf or let's see, probably not. Depending on what you're looking for, I'll just say fire, water, and ground for right now, and then you tell me what water thing, if you're looking for a water thing, it is, and I'll let you know yes or no.
All right, I'm gonna call one shot here. It's not a TM that I would be like looking for or buying, but I just think because like hot springs and steam vents and stuff, it makes sense. They
Hmm.
need to have Scald
Yeah, no, that's
and
fine.
they need to have Water Spout.
Water spout. Water spout or water sport? Because those are two different
Spout,
things.
like the one that you give to Whale Lord because it has such insane HP, and
I
that's
would
what Water Spout scales off of.
I would say probably waters. If you wanted to get water sport, you'd have to go up to Lanterport City for that. Because the gym leader uses a whale mer and eventually a whale
Yeah.
lord anyways.
I was just thinking of how like hot springs often have like, steam eruption vents
I
and
would
stuff.
say Scald would, yeah, probably be fine. But things like probably like surf, muddy water, Octozuka probably not. Um, you know
What,
what?
you
You know
don't
what?
think there are a
No,
lot of land octopi running around?
no. So here's what I'm gonna change it to.
You
Instead,
haven't been playing enough Elden Ring if you're not looking at land octopi.
listen, I haven't played Elden
Hmm.
Ring yet, and I don't know if I will. Know what I'm gonna change it
Oh,
to?
I'm loving it.
Instead of saying land-based, I'm gonna go say water melee. So they have to be physical attacks. We'll say
And
that.
Scald.
Yeah, and Scald is the only non one that would have to be for that.
Yeah, sounds good. I might actually. How much is a Scald TM? I'm curious now.
What is Scald? 3d10 plus 12. I'm pretty sure I
What's the
can come
frequency on it in this game too? I haven't even looked at the move.
two, and it's in every other turn.
Okay.
Yeah, lots of these are, well, there's a couple that aren't, but let's see if I can figure out some. Cause let me look at my list of moves here. Um, I think it would probably be about the same price as those.
Probably like similar to elemental punches or something, I would guess.
Just a second. Uh, it'll be just slightly more expensive because it has a higher chance to burn than the punches and stuff do for affecting things.
Yeah.
So it'll probably, if you want Scald, we'll say it's 3,300.
Okay. Let's see. Question is like I don't know if Bertha learns that naturally. And like she also already has like bubble beam and water pulse and stuff. So if I were teaching it to someone, I would probably be teaching it to Domon. And then the question is, does he need Skull? 'Cause he already has really good coverage with other stuff. So first off, let's see. Um, Clauncher
Does not learn Scald
does not
only.
actually learn Scald. Okay. Actually, it naturally doesn't really learn anything that does any sort of status. So having Scald could be good for that. However, I'm also very low on money, so I'm just gonna keep this in mind for the future and not buy anything right. I forgot I blew all my money buying tickets.
Well, I mean, that's what happens when you try and treat your group to stuff.
Yeah, no, that wasn't a complaint. It was just a statement.
All right. Uh, Brad, do you pick up anything, or are you still looking around? Uh,
Uh, well, I might want a TM, like whatever. How much is earthquake gonna cost?
how much money do you have?
13,000.
Jesus Christ. Uh,
Not enough.
you've not been spending your money on anything. Okay.
No, I actually didn't.
It's why is Earthquake not really that great in this game? That's interesting.
Hmm.
I mean, it's a 40 12 16 battle move. I figured it would do way more than that.
Yeah, I mean, does it have like a huge AoE or
A
anything?
5 meter burst.
That's pretty good, but yeah, that's
And
not
I guess
like
if anything is using dig or burrow, it still hits them. Do I have anything that is comparable? I don't know if I do or not.
Yeah, or like if there's any other good ground move.
I think something like bulldoze or bone meringue might actually be a little better because you can use those every other turn. They won't hit quite as hard, but in a longer fight, they might be more worth it. Or if
Uh,
you get or buy a PP up, then you can make Earthquake every other turn, and then it would be really good with that much damage and that AoE.
Oh, well, okay. What
uh,
about bulldoze?
we'll say for reference, earthquake is about 5,000.
Okay. What about bulldoze?
Hold on. I'm typing this in, otherwise I'm gonna forget it later in case it comes up.
Reasonable.
Uh, bulldoze. Do I already have that in here? I do not.
Yeah, I taught it to um Alistair
Uh,
before.
da, da, da,
That's your
50.
Golett, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Fifth. It's in. If you should always check. I have under handouts the TM move cost that all of you guys can see before you ask me if
Oh,
what it is or not. It is in there.
okay.
So it's just if there isn't a move in there that uh
I'm
you're not that it's not in there, then I'd have to set a price for it.
okay. It's just 1,500.
Yeah.
I have enough for
Also,
that.
Buster, if you want to steal that TM list that I have currently, what the heck are you doing, computer? If you want to steal your that TM list for your thing, if you want to use that, go right ahead. Unless you already have one.
Oh yeah, I've already done a bunch of made a bunch of TMs prices for my group and all that. So
Great.
So,
So yeah,
so
so
I'm gonna teach bulldoze to um Bond.
interesting. I mean,
that's a solid choice, actually.
honestly, I can't say no because the rule with TMs in this game is like anything can learn anything. So
Yeah. Well, I mean, for Bulldoze, it can just be, like he stomps the ground real hard, which
yeah,
he's a big old boy, so.
like the but things like where like it just grows the thing to be able to use flamethrower or fire blast.
Oh yeah, no, those are kind of fun to really think about.
Okay.
But yeah, we'll be ending this soon. But before we do, let's do one last thing. You guys, after doing your TM stuff, head to the same uh, hot spring that you guys went to before. Someone roll me a D100 just to see something.
Here, I'll do it.
All right. Um. Who? Okay. Buster, roll me another D100, but specify high or low this time.
Okay. I'm gonna go low.
Hmm.
Fuck.
Don't worry, it's nothing bad for you. Maybe it is. I don't know. We'll see. Uh, So as you guys enter into the hot spring, uh, you enter in, and you see a familiar face, kind of through the steam of the hot spring. And when you enter in, yeah,
Flattery.
what? No. If you recall correctly, if you could recall correctly, and I know you're just joking about it, but I'm gonna explain it anyways. This is a separated one. It's not a mixed one.
Yes, I know.
Uh,
As you said, I was intentionally joking.
uh, but you see, Rio's father just sitting in the hot spring, and then that's what we're
Oh,
gonna call it for today.
oh, cool.
Okay.
Huzzah!